Hello! I'm coming to you from Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I am still on tour with Wicked, and will be until the middle of February. Out here on a run, I'm at a place called Riverside Park. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a chilly day, but I'm having a really nice run. And I thought I'd give you a little precursor to what I'm gonna make tonight. I'm gonna make a drink called... Coming up. Hello!
Hello!
I am sitting here with the fabulous Tregoney Shepherd.
I get to be fabulous.
And Tregoney is my very first guest star.
I'm so excited. And Harry has converted me to the possibilities of gin.
Yes. So what's your drink of choice? Like when you go out, what's your normal?
I really like to have a vodka gimlet, actually.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night. I generally stay away from vodka.
Right. Because you think it has no
taste.
Yeah.
But honestly, I've kind of been reassessing this a little bit. I think it's more because when I started drinking gin, I just started loving it so much and it had so much flavor that I just kind of pushed vodka to the side.
Yes.
And just decided that it wasn't for me anymore.
Because the thing I like about vodka is I love the fact that it's able to take on the flavors of all of the other things that you can put in it.
Right.
So it's not just an overwhelming punch of, one flavor.
Right. So why have you not been into gin?
Because the first gin that I had was so revolting. I don't know. I don't know if it was bad gin or cheap gin, or all I know is it was nasty. Yeah. And it just and I think it was pretty much straight up, the gin and tonic or something. I mean, it was just a mouthful of. Yeah.
Tonic actually has a ton of sugar in it.
Okay. There's
actually a friend of Fred Applegate's, an actress that he was in a show with. I want to say it's Michelle Ragusa's husband.
They are big
Is his name Tom?
People. Yes.
His name is Tom.
Yes.
And he started his own tonic company.
Okay.
And that tonic is delicious. Giving a shout out here to Michelle Ragusa.
Shout out. Hi, Michelle.
And her husband Tom.
Superstar.
Yeah. Now, did you work with her?
I did. We did Mary Poppins together. Oh. Does his tonic not have sugar in it?
When you buy it in the store, it's generally, it looks like club soda, and it has quinine in it and sugar. His had some kind of botanicals, like the way gin is made. Gin has a ton of botanicals and all this stuff going on. His tonic was very similar to that.
Okay.
I think older tonics, I'd love to hear from some of you about this. Yeah, it was earthy and added a flavor that wasn't present in the gin, or maybe enhanced what was in the gin.
Yeah.
But it was definitely not store-bought.
Yeah.
Maybe this is I would call artisanal.
Okay.
Something that somebody makes with love,
Tom's
with care.
Artisanal tonic.
Yes, artisanal tonic. I'll have to find out what it is, and maybe make a little hashtag. So last night we went out after the show with our lovely friend Isabel Keating. Hi, Isabel.
Hi, Isabel.
I know she's one. Isabel. I know she's one of my biggest fans. Yeah. She watches every episode. So we went out and we went to this really wonderful restaurant called Reserve. I was looking down the list and there it was, a corpse reviver. So a corpse reviver is what I'm going to make. There are actually a bunch of different versions of them. This is a corpse reviver 2. Okay. From what I understand, number 2. I believe this is a gin drink from the 20s.
Okay.
When Prohibition was enforced. And you just...
We went to a wine bar to have wine and cheese to adult, and it's so exciting. And I got my nice little wine flight, and all was well until Harry orders a corpse reviver. And I thought, well, I mean, that's fun. I want to try it. And it ruined me. It ruined me. I couldn't even finish. I didn't want the rest of my wine. I just wanted that corpse reviver. It was so good.
So good. Halloween is coming up.
Yes.
So it has because of the word corpse, it has a bit of a Halloween feel to it.
Yes, a theme.
Zombies, zombies in the night. I wonder why it's called that.
And we feel like corpses sometimes after doing 8 shows. So
that's good.
Right?
That's good.
We need reviving.
We need reviving. Perfect.
I'm wondering if I'm going to like it as much as I do.
Hope you do.
I know I will. I know I will.
The gin we're using is called Citadel.
All right.
Which, have you been to Martha's Vineyard yet here?
No.
There's a shop here called Martha's Vineyard. I am at this place called Martha's Vineyard in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I have hit the jackpot when it comes to mixers and stuff like that for drinks. Look at these shelves. Bitters of every shape and size, every different kind. They have the Amaro that I'm going to use in some drinks in a couple weeks. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. The guy at Martha's Vineyard turned me on to this, and I've actually seen this bottle before. Isn't it pretty?
It's beautiful.
So pretty.
And who makes, where is it made?
Product of France.
French, we're going French.
Yes, we are going all French basically. Well, French and some Italian. Because it also calls for Lillet Blanc, but this is the Italian, one of the Italian versions of Lillet Blanc, and it's called Cocchi Americano.
Cocchi Americano.
And basically it is an aperitif wine. So this is like,
it's white.
It's a white wine.
Aromatized wine.
Yes, aromatized wine. And twist it off there. Take a little smell of it.
Smell it.
Yeah.
It smells like dessert wine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, has a sweetness to it.
Lovely.
In fact, let's leave that off for whenever we make stuff. I gotta find out what cocchi is too. I should already know what cocchi is.
It has nothing to do with a rooster. I got nothing.
Oh, it could.
Oh,
absolutely, Cocchi Americano. But actually, no, because a rooster in Italian is il gallo. Il gallo. See, my Italian is paying off. So I'm not sure what cocchi is, but maybe it is cock.
Yeah.
Maybe it is cocks. American cock is what this is. So then here we have. I'm forgetting what we have. Absinthe.
Absinthe.
It is absinthe. It is indeed.
Absinthe.
And you see it's in this lovely
beautiful
green bottle. Look at that.
That is gorgeous.
Do you speak French?
Vieux carré. Is that old something? What is vieux?
Vieux carré.
Carré.
Vieux. Isabel can tell us because she speaks fluent French.
Old.
Fluent French.
Vieux was old, but I have no idea.
It might be old.
Again,
but
this is a wonderful way to show how much I don't know.
I know. I don't know a lot either. I know a couple little things. Is that,
and there's a green fairy that flies around if you drink too much.
Yes,
right.
I love that you read that because I read something about that the other day. They used to call it
the green fairy.
Yeah. Now you want to smell some liqueur. Smell that.
Oh, licorice. That smells.
It's
like
the licorice anise flavor. It's fantastic.
Like when you go to the Indian food restaurant and they have the anise seeds by the checkout.
Yes.
That's what that smells.
That's what it smells
exactly
like. Do you eat black licorice in general? You do? See, I don't. But I have to say, there's something about this in a drink.
Yeah.
It just enhances it. So I just
love it. In fact, in Australia, I grew up in Australia, there was a gum called blackjack that I loved.
Yeah. Oh, wow. God, I don't think that'd fly in the States. Yeah. Do you? Do you think that would fly here?
Not anymore, no.
A blackjack gum?
No.
There's something in a movie somewhere. Blackjack gum.
Blackjack. It's a.
They talk about how terrible it is or something. That's what they.
What have they come up with? Vegemite sandwiches and blackjack gum. But a Vegemite sandwich, oh, so good.
Really, a Vegemite sandwich?
Vegemite.
What is it?
Vegemite.
Is it like Spam?
No. It's like a vegetable yeast paste. Which sounds delicious,
I know. And vegetable yeast paste, sign me up.
There's a British version called Marmite, and I feel that you either really enjoy one or really enjoy the other, because I think Marmite is absolutely revolting, and it's a meat paste. And Vegemite is vegetable,
Oh, okay. Vegetable.
And so on toast, with the butter and just a little Vegemite, and then if you're gonna have a sandwich, put some tomato slices with salt and pepper on it, and some lettuce, and it's definitely something that
an acquired taste.
It's definitely an acquired taste.
Yeah. I remember actually the reason why I've heard of a Vegemite sandwich.
Yeah.
You can have, because
you come from the land down under.
Oh, a Vegemite sandwich. Yeah. They do talk about that. But the thing I was thinking about is my friend Molly and I, when we were in high school, we did a British one-act in a play competition, and it was called Bear and Jare. And they were from a certain part of London, and they eat Vegemite. They eat Vegemite sandwich there.
It's so good.
Maybe it's a Marmite sandwich in Bear and Jare. Molly,
Let's check this out.
Let me know if it's Marmite or Vegemite. Okay, we'll figure it out.
I will make you a Vegemite sandwich before you leave tour.
Excellent. Yay. It also has Cointreau. Cointreau is an orange liqueur.
Do they drink this just by itself ever?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Some people could. Smells like orange. Smells like oranges.
Yeah.
Yeah. The juice of 1 lemon. The juice of half of a lemon is for 1 drink. The garnish the recipe that I saw was for an orange peel. But last night, there's a cherry.
Oh, and the cherry was so
good. The cherry was so good.
So good.
I'm going to do gin-soaked raspberries because they didn't have maraschino cherries where I went to buy tonight. So I just decided to just put a couple of raspberries in.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so whatever. That should be good. It's mostly to give it color.
Yeah.
It's not going to add much.
Give it a little color, but it was a nice little bite. Yeah,
it was a nice little bite. So I'm going to start mixing here. So what this calls for, I'm going to make enough for 2 drinks. So each drink, you'll see me doing this twice.
That's just for me, and then he's going to make 2 more.
Yeah.
Is an ounce a finger? You know when they say I'll have 2 fingers of? Or...
That's a good question. An ounce, I think, is... I usually do that when they want something neat, which means no ice. They just want the liquor in a glass. So like they basically go like that to indicate to the bartender where they want it.
Okay, just for curiosity's sake.
Yeah.
Will you pour the 2 ounces in there?
Yeah, sure.
And see if that equals 2 fingers?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's interesting.
So here's 2 fingers.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's more than
So
2
we
ounces.
need 2 ounces right now. That looks like more than 2 ounces. We need 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, and 1 ounce lemon juice.
Okay.
Per drink. The absinthe is going to be rinsed, is just an absinthe rinse with the glass, and then we're going to pour out the rest. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to see, so for 1 drink, that's 1 ounce. For 2 drinks, a 2nd ounce. So we've got some extra. We've got quite a bit extra. Yeah, you'd be getting a triple, maybe even getting a quadruple.
Look, we learned something
I'm
new.
Gonna pour this back in the bottom. Pour that sweet, sweet gin back in the bottom. I'm probably pouring it all over the place. Hopefully this place won't go up in flames while we're making cocktails.
Yes.
Whole place is gonna smell like gin. Okay, so then we need an ounce of the aperitivo. 1 for you.
Yay.
And 1 for me. An ounce of the Cointreau. 1 for you. And 1 for me.
1 for you, 1 for me. 1 for you, 2 for me.
Exactly. About half of a lemon, a good sized lemon, is 1 ounce. So I'm not even gonna measure it. I'm just gonna do 1 whole lemon.
Okay.
A half a lemon per drink. And I've got my cute little strainer here, which I purchased in the last city. Isn't that nice?
Look at you, you're fancy.
It's catching all the...
He carries all this stuff around with him, it's so fancy.
I know, on tour. How you liking the tour, Tregoney, while I squeeze these lemons?
You know, tour life, it's the best and the worst.
What's the best part?
We get to travel the country, and it seems silly, except when you think about growing up, for most of us, the family would maybe get 1 week or 2 weeks of vacation a year, right? So next summer we're going to go to Disney World or Mount Rushmore. So you spend all year saving and preparing to go on this vacation to Mount Rushmore, and it's a big deal. Families really have to scrimp and save and cut and do the things that they have to do to make that happen. But we are touring around the country, and we're just dropped off in these cities, and we get to go and see and do all of the most amazing, wonderful things. The museums and historical sites and all of these things, and it's just there for us to do, and we have the time to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
and if we're not rehearsing, we have all day. You can do as much or as little as you want to do. And that's an enormous gift.
It really is. What's the worst part?
For me, personally, the worst part is, this is going to sound really weird. I think that it can just get a little lonely sometimes. Even though we're around people all the time.
All the time.
And it sounds so whiny.
I know, it's weird. Like, it's like you're not even allowed to complain.
Right.
Because it's a great job.
Right. It's so nothing in the scheme of things.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, you're right. I mean, because what it ultimately comes down to is, you get your people. You have your people that you
Breakfast club. We get
Tregoney's one of my people. Yes, we go to a breakfast club in each city, at least once or twice in each city. Those are for the adults who get up early. We are essentially traveling with our coworkers. So think about it. I mean, if you work at a 9-to-5 job, you don't live with them.
Right.
You don't travel with them everywhere. You go home to your family each night.
Yeah.
You know?
And going to bed, just coming home after the show and relaxing, but not having anybody to talk to. So unless you go out.
Right.
But even then, you still come back to your room. So you're in your room and it becomes very solitary. And then you wake up in the morning and there's no one there to talk to.
Right.
So it's solitary again until you go out, and we go all day until we go to work without talking to anybody.
Yeah.
So if there's a loneliness to it.
Yeah, there is.
And so you start drinking.
You start drinking. So, back to the cocktail.
Yes.
Let's do it. We've put all of the ingredients in here. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to do the rinse. So basically, the absinthe, it calls for just a dash of absinthe, which isn't a precise measurement. So I just pour a little in, basically. That's probably even too much.
But you're pouring it out anyway,
like
right?
a drop, yeah. I don't want to waste too much of it because this bottle was very expensive.
Well, expensive, but very pretty.
So what I'm basically going to do is just swirl it around here in the glass, like till it coats the inside of the glass.
Now the carpet's going to smell.
And now the carpet's going to smell like gin and licorice. I'm going to throw that out. I have a little thing to empty it in here. Swirl it around. Oh, there's quite a bit in there. Isn't that awesome?
It's pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? Throw that in there. Now I'm going to put my ice in my shaker. As basically as much as the shaker will take. Ice is totally your friend. And I'm going to shake it, till it's cold.
Shake it. I come from the land down under.
With a Vegemite sandwich. So yeah, I usually shake it until there's like a nice frost on the outside. I also like to shake it because I like to get ice chips in my drink.
Oh, I love ice chips.
So now we're going into the glasses that have had the
rinse.
The rinse of absinthe.
The absinthe rinse.
Oh.
Look how cool it is. It's pouring into the other one.
It shouldn't be doing that. I wasn't holding it properly, so I did lose a little bit of it.
What?
Look how good these look.
They're beautiful.
Oh my god, they look so good.
Oh my god.
And now I'm just going to take my gin-soaked raspberries, drop it in there. Drop it in there. Boop. And you see, isn't that lovely?
Oh,
look
beautiful.
at that. Here's yours.
Color.
Here's mine. Look at that color.
That's gorgeous.
It has a little bit of a green cast to it. Here, let's cheers. To you. To my first guest star.
I get to be a guest star. Cheers.
Cheers.
Into it.
It's good, right?
Harry.
It's delicious.
Ah.
Oh, it's so good.
I am so converted.
How does this compare to last night?
Oh.
Good?
Absolutely.
Good. How would you describe it? What are you tasting most?
It tastes extremely fresh.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about it too? Because you can taste the absinthe, right?
Yeah. But barely,
But barely.
It just hits the corner of your mouth.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. I wonder how would you feel if the absinthe were a little stronger even? Are you good with it the way it is?
There's a little lick of licorice in my mouth, and it's so faint. I think you could have a little bit more. Like
maybe add it to the actual shaker instead of doing just a rinse, like a wee.
You don't notice it until you really stop and pay attention to your mouth.
Yeah.
And then there's definitely licorice there. This is heaven. I mean, this.
I'm so glad you like it.
Definitely on par with my gimlet and above it.
Yeah.
The citrus of it, I think, with the orange and the lemon.
And the wine.
And the wine.
There's wine in there.
It's really incredible.
There's wine in that there corpse reviver.
This corpse has been revived. I'm feeling marvelous.
Yes.
Sure.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween. This
Fall
is
colors.
amazing.
It's amazing. Cheers, darling.
Cheers.
Thank you for being my first guest.
Thank you for having me.
And cheers, everyone.
That is so good.
So good.
I love it.